Calculating the appropriate circuit size for a stovetop is crucial for safe and compliant electrical installations. In this scenario, we have a 240-volt stovetop with a power rating of 6.4 kilowatts and a calculated current draw of 26.7 amps. The question arises, can number 10 Romex be used on a 30-amp breaker in a dwelling for direct wiring? The answer is definitively no, and here's why. First, we need to calculate the current draw of the stovetop. This is determined by dividing the power in watts by the voltage. In this case, 6,400 watts divided by 240 volts equals 26.7 amps. Therefore, the stovetop will draw 26.7 amps under normal operating conditions. Next, it's important to consider the National Electrical Code, or NEC, requirements for Romex wire, specifically when used in direct wire applications. The NEC mandates a minimum 40% derating for Romex wire under these circumstances. This derating is essential because Romex, also known as NMB cable, is insulated in a way that limits its ability to dissipate heat compared to individual conductors run in conduit. This limitation affects its ampacity, or current carrying capacity. For number 10 Romex, the typical ampacity is 30 amps. However, due to the 40% derating, the allowable ampacity is significantly reduced. The calculation for the derated amperage of number 10 Romex is as follows: 30 amps times 0.4 equals 12 amps. This means that when used in direct wire applications, number 10 Romex is only rated to carry 12 amps safely. Now, comparing the derated amperage of number 10 Romex, which is 12 amps, to the required current draw of the stovetop, which is 26.7 amps, we can see a significant discrepancy. The derated amperage of the number 10 Romex is far below the current the stovetop will draw. Using number 10 Romex in this situation would overload the wire, causing it to overheat and potentially leading to a fire. Therefore, number 10 Romex cannot be used to feed the stovetop. To determine the appropriate wiring, we need to choose a wire size that can safely handle the 26.7 amps current draw of the stovetop after considering derating factors and any other applicable code requirements. In this case, the minimum size circuit for this stovetop should be a 30 amp circuit using number 8 Romex wire. Number 8 Romex has a higher ampacity than number 10, and even after the 40% derating, it will still be sufficient to handle the 26.7 amp load. When installing this circuit, it's important to follow all applicable codes and regulations. This includes using the correct size breaker for the wire and ensuring that all connections are properly made and tightened. It's also crucial to properly ground the circuit and the stovetop to prevent electrical shock. In summary, the 240-volt 6.4 kilowatt stovetop with a current draw of 26.7 amps cannot be wired with number 10 Romex on a 30 amp breaker due to the NEC derating requirements for Romex in direct wire applications. The minimum size circuit for this stovetop should be a 30 amp circuit using number 8 Romex wire to ensure safety and compliance with electrical codes. Always consult with a qualified electrician when installing or modifying electrical circuits to ensure that the work is done safely and correctly. Firstly, determine the appliance's power requirements. Look for the nameplate, which is typically found on the back or bottom of the appliance. This nameplate will list the voltage and wattage requirements. If the amperage is listed instead of wattage, you can calculate the wattage by multiplying the voltage by the amperage. Secondly, calculate the current draw. To calculate the current draw in amps, divide the wattage by the voltage. This calculation will give you the minimum current the circuit needs to handle. For example, if an appliance is rated at 240 volts and 6,400 watts, the current draw is 6,400 watts divided by 240 volts, which equals 26.7 amps. Thirdly, consult the National Electrical Code or NEC. The NEC provides guidelines for the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment. It specifies the allowable ampacities for different wire sizes and types, as well as derating factors that must be applied under certain conditions. Fourthly, consider the type of wiring. Romex or NMB cable is a common type of electrical wiring used in residential buildings. It consists of two or more insulated conductors wrapped in a non-metallic sheath. The NEC has specific requirements for the ampacity of Romex wiring, especially when it is installed in thermal insulation or run through unventilated spaces. Fifthly, apply derating factors. The NEC requires that the ampacity of Romex wiring be derated under certain conditions, such as when it is installed in thermal insulation or when multiple conductors are bundled together. For example, if Romex wiring is installed in thermal insulation, its ampacity must be derated to 60 degrees Celsius, which reduces its allowable current carrying capacity. Additionally, when more than 3 current carrying conductors are run in a conduit or cable, the ampacity of each conductor must be derated. The amount of derating depends on the number of conductors. Sixthly, determine the appropriate wire size. Based on the calculated current draw and the applicable derating factors, you can determine the appropriate wire size for the circuit. The NEC provides tables that list the allowable ampacities for different wire sizes and types. It's important to choose a wire size that can safely handle the maximum current a circuit is expected to carry. Seventhly, select the appropriate circuit breaker. The circuit breaker protects the wiring from overcurrents, which can cause overheating and fires. The circuit breaker should be sized to match the ampacity of the wiring. For example, if you are using number 12 AWG wire with an ampacity of 20 amps, you should use a 20 amp circuit breaker. Eighthly, consider voltage drop. Voltage drop occurs when the voltage at the end of a long circuit is lower than the voltage at the source. This can cause appliances to operate inefficiently or not at all. The NEC recommends limiting voltage drop to 3% for branch circuits and 5% for feeders. If voltage drop is a concern, you may need to use a larger wire size to reduce the resistance of the circuit. Ninthly, ensure proper grounding. Grounding is essential for electrical safety. It provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, which trips the circuit breaker and energizes the circuit. All electrical circuits should be properly grounded in accordance with the NEC. Tenthly, inspect the installation. Before energizing the circuit, carefully inspect all wiring connections to ensure that they are tight and secure. Check for any signs of damage or wear on wiring or equipment. Use a multimeter to verify that the voltage and current are within acceptable limits. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is always best to hire a qualified electrician to do the job. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock. The current draw of the appliance is the amount of electrical current, measured in amps, that the appliance requires to operate at its rated voltage and wattage. This is a critical factor in determining the correct size of wiring and circuit breaker needed for the appliance. The NEC is a set of standards and guidelines for the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment. It is updated every 3 years and is widely adopted throughout the United States. The NEC provides detailed information on wire ampacities, derating factors, grounding requirements, and other important electrical safety topics. Romex, also known as NMB cable, is a type of electrical wiring that is commonly used in residential buildings. It consists of 2 or more insulated conductors wrapped in a non-metallic sheath. Romex is relatively easy to install and is less expensive than some other types of wiring. However, it has certain limitations, such as its ampacity and its susceptibility to damage from moisture and physical abuse. Derating factors are adjustments to the allowable ampacity of a wire to account for certain conditions, such as high ambient temperatures, the presence of thermal insulation, or the bundling of multiple conductors together. These factors are designed to ensure that the wire does not overheat and cause a fire. Ampacity is the maximum amount of electrical current, measured in amps, that a wire can safely carry without overheating. The ampacity of a wire depends on its size, material, and insulation type. The NEC provides tables that list the allowable ampacities for different wire sizes and types. A circuit breaker is a safety device that is designed to protect an electrical circuit from overcurrents. When the current in a circuit exceeds the rating of the circuit breaker trips and interrupts the flow of electricity. This prevents the wiring from overheating and potentially causing a fire. Grounding is the process of connecting an electrical circuit to the earth. This provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, which trips the circuit breaker and energizes the circuit. Grounding is essential for electrical safety and helps to prevent electrical shock. Voltage drop is the decrease in voltage that occurs along a length of wire due to the resistance of the wire. Voltage drop can cause appliances to operate inefficiently or not at all. The NEC recommends limiting voltage drop to 3% for branch circuits and 5% for feeders. A multimeter is a versatile electrical testing tool that can be used to measure voltage, current, resistance, and other electrical parameters. Multimeters are essential for troubleshooting electrical problems and for verifying that electrical circuits are operating safely and correctly. An electrician is a trained and licensed professional who is qualified to install, repair, and maintain electrical systems. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is always best to hire a qualified electrician to do the job. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock. Wire size is measured in American wire gauge or AWG. The smaller the AWG number, the larger the wire diameter and the higher the ampacity. For example, number 12 AWG wire is larger than number 14 AWG wire and has a higher ampacity. The type of wire insulation also affects its ampacity. Common insulation types include THHN, THWN, and XHHW. Each insulation type has a different temperature rating which affects its ability to dissipate heat. When selecting a circuit breaker, it is important to choose the correct type for the application. Common types of circuit breakers include standard thermal magnetic breakers, ground fault circuit interrupters or GFCIs, and arc fault circuit interrupters or RFCIs. GFCIs are designed to protect against electrical shock by detecting small imbalances in current. RFCIs are designed to protect against fires caused by arc faults, which are dangerous electrical sparks that can occur when wiring is damaged or frayed. Electrical boxes are used to enclose and protect wiring connections. They are available in a variety of sizes and shapes to accommodate different wiring configurations. When installing electrical boxes, it is important to choose the correct type for the application and to ensure that they are properly grounded. Electrical conduit is used to protect wiring from physical damage and moisture. It is available in a variety of materials, including metal, plastic, and flexible. When installing electrical conduit, it is important to choose the correct type for the application and to ensure that it is properly supported and grounded. Wiring connectors are used to connect wires together. They are available in a variety of types, including wire nuts, crimp connectors, and push-in connectors. When using wiring connectors, it is important to choose the correct type for the application and to ensure that they are properly installed and tightened. Electrical tape is used to insulate and protect wiring connections. It is available in a variety of colors and types, including vinyl, rubber, and cloth. When using electrical tape, it is important to choose the correct type for the application and to ensure that it is properly applied. When working with electricity, it is important to follow all safety precautions. Always turn off the power to the circuit before working on it. Use insulated tools and wear appropriate safety gear, such as safety glasses and gloves. Never work on electrical circuits when you are wet or standing in water. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is always best to hire a qualified electrician to do the job. Remember to always prioritize safety when dealing with electrical components and wiring. Ignoring safety measures can lead to serious injury or even death. When in doubt, consult a qualified electrician who can provide expert guidance and ensure that your electrical work is done safely and up to code. Electrical safety is paramount, and it's always better to be safe than sorry.